What's up, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Masika Reaction. So guys, in today's video I want us to watch all about Arabs. The Arabs are sharing their views about being in Jamaica. They are comparing life in the Arab, Cuban, and in Jamaica. So here are some of their reaction. Want us to watch? Remember to watch till the end, and I'll be back with more comments.
5 cultural shocks I suffer when I moved to Jamaica from Cuba. Me not stop for shock over them 5 cultural things here. Number one, food for breakfast. Me say, come morning time, me could not believe me I see where I come from, Cuba. Breakfast time is barely a little sip of coffee if you're lucky. If you are a little bit more privileged, you may have some cow's milk and maybe a little bread. Member say it's 21 years since me left. But this is what me remember about the Cuba I left behind. You see, when you reach a Jamaica now, me say boiled dumpling, me say liver, me say kidney, me say ackee and saltfish with dumpling and food, me say rice and peas and all that dinner and morning time. Up to this day, me not exaggerate, me not tell no lie. Me can't get over the fact that Jamaicans have a whole meal for breakfast. Number two, manners and respect. Me don't know what was it about the Cuba me left behind, but we never did practice manners and respect. My grandmother always did tell me that manners and respect in Cuba died in 1959. You see, if you buck up on somebody, you just buck up on somebody and move. You say if it's morning time, you just wake up and move. You say if it's evening time, you just walk through and move. But you see in a Jamaica now, in a Jamaica, you better practice your manners and respect. You have to say good morning. You have to say good evening. You have to say good night. If it's a night time and you know I go asleep, you still have to say good night. If you buck up on somebody, you have to say sorry. You have to say sorry. You have to say sorry. You better say sorry. Boy, me wish Kiwa will take up back manners and respect. Number three, eating out. You see the Kiwa I left behind, going to restaurant? That was not in my vocabulary. The liquor restaurant that did exist were owned by the government. And let me tell you, you don't want to name that food there. Eating out for my family was almost like a taboo because we were so afraid that we will get sick. So every time we will travel to another province for health reasons, for whatever reason will be, we carry our own food, we carry our own liquor bottle with juice and them thing there if eat, and you will not eat out because you don't know where them process them food, you don't know what did they in that food, and there was no guarantee that you will find food a road. But you see, Jamaica now, you just go a restaurant. You don't need no special occasion. Restaurant just dead. You have fast food restaurant, you have regular restaurant, you have cook shop, you have people that sell a roadside pan chicken and them thing there. A different culture this. Number four, helper. I mean, no, say everybody in Jamaica don't have no helper, but we can't deny say Jamaica has a helper culture because it's very affordable and it's very necessary. Up to this time, I'm no helper. There's one lady that come and clip me yard once or twice per week, and that's about it. But my husband family did have the helper culture, and she always did have a problem with me. She always, she never did like me because she's like, me, so you need to sit down because I always want to wash the dishes and me always want to clean the yard and me always want to wash the clothes. And she's like, that is my job. She's one of the people them who helped me to learn English when I first moved to Jamaica. We used to sit down with her and talk to her, and we had so much in common because she come from country. And when I described my life in Cuba, it was very, very similar to her country life in Jamaica. In Cuba now, Elpa? Well, what? That is back in the day. before 1959, and even I will say maybe a little bit after 1959, people will still have helpers in their house. People were rich, and so, but after everybody don't migrate to America, or the rich people in Cuba don't go to America, that culture died. Nowadays, you do have some people who have helper, but these people who have helper is people who run Airbnb. So it's somebody that they will pay to come to the house, come clean and do all them thing there. But like living helpers and nanny and all them thing there, me never left that in a Cuba. Me never lived that in a Cuba yet. Number five is transportation. In a Cuba, public transportation, taxi, have your own car. Them thing they don't exist over there. So no, 21 years ago when me left, nobody could have care. Now things change a little bit. Now things change a little bit, but public transportation is still a struggle. Taxi is still a struggle and it's very expensive. I know everybody can afford taxi. So let me tell you what you are doing in Cuba. You are hitchhike. You are standing on a roadside, said you answered stop, and pray say one big truck full of a cane or whatever it is stop for you and pick you up. Other than that, a foot of hype. You see, when it comes to Jamaica now, public transportation there, taxi man there. And if you have little money, you can buy your own vehicle. Me say me dey drive in a car, go everywhere. Me come to Jamaica, go sit down in a car with my husband. Automatic vehicle, and me get this, me get car sick because me not accustomed to them fancy vehicles there. So again, uno better appreciate what uno have. Uno better give thanks for what uno have because other people don't have it like uno. These are the five cultural shocks I experienced when I moved to Jamaica from.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got to Jamaica.
Well, actually, I am officially from Lebanon. I end up in Canada, and when I was living in Canada, I faced lots of medical issues, especially skin and eczema, and lots of complication. And then I thought maybe I can go somewhere where it's nice and hot, different weather. And I end up in Jamaica, call my community, Muslim community, and I end up in Jamaica.
And so there was a Muslim community here that helped you.
Yes, of course. That's they were very helpful. They were very helpful. And also when I came here, it's just like all my condition disappeared and I felt normal and healthy and everything was like
Because of the sun.
100%. It's the weather, the sun, the earth, the food, the air, everything's in Jamaica helped me.
Is there anything you'd like people to know about the Muslim community here in Jamaica?
It's we can establish a better community here because they need really help and make them a better place for Muslims to be here.
Okay, so what's your favorite thing about wearing the hijab?
Oh, I love my hijab. I love my hijab. I'm so proud of my hijab. I I consider myself lucky to have hijab and being in Jamaica because I feel I'm so respectful from many people and I walk here so safe, so nicely, and people respect me so nicely. And
How do people respond when they see you?
number one, they think I am a nun, which fine, and also because I dress like Mary. And when they ask me why you dress like this, I say I dress like Mary. And they surprised that I believe in Mary, which we love Mary, we respect her, and even Jesus. They were so surprised, so in shock. There are a lack of information about Islam, what we know, what we love, what we worship, and there's lots of information about Mary and Jesus, and that's why I'm happy to walk on the road with my hijab and talk about it.
And is there any challenges that you faced in your life, not just in Jamaica, but while wearing the hijab?
Personally, no, not really. But my daughter did. My daughter did face lots of challenge, lots of them. And but we're working on it. We're working on it, and we try to to inform people that this is not the Islam what they hear on media. They have to search for real Islam, and when they found it, they know what Islam is. It's about love, unity, care, share, and spread peace. And that's what I like to do here. And I love my life here.
Nice,
Yeah,
beautiful.
thank
Anything
you.
else you want anybody to know about you?
Me, I'm a story myself, and I do what I can do for spreading peace and goodness around, and that's what I like to do. And that's my journey. Yeah, and I love it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. That's perfect.
Throwing the toilet paper in the toilet. Cuba is a very different place right now, but back in my days, you couldn't do that. First of all, we didn't even add toilet paper. We did use newspaper, and then you have the little basket beside the toilet, and then you would have put the paper in there. So me did put the toilet paper in the basket, and my mother-in-law yard by mistake couple times. Number two, meat. When I went to Jamaica, I went to live with my mother-in-law, and she did have a helper. So the helper would have cook. And the first time I see the helper cooking, I swear I said they might keep a welcome party for me. And I was like, oh my God, it looked like I missed the notice that they're keeping a welcome party. And then when dinner time come, miss everybody, I share them plate. And I'm like, no party, no, I keep again. And I asked my husband and I said, you know, I keep party or something. He said, no, why you are asking? I said, but me I see a pot full of meat in the stove. Like, what is that? And he said, no, that is how we cook here. I'm like, excuse me? You see, in my Cuba, the one that I was coming from, we cook a little tiny piece of meat and it's counted per person. Let's use an example of a chicken very quick. My family will slaughter a chicken at home. We take part of the chicken to make soup. That will be the 2 foot, the neck, and the intestines. The soup will be one meal. Another meal will be the leg and thigh them. And another meal will be the breast and the chicken back. 3 meals, 3 different meals out of one chicken. Me never adjust to them abundance them there. I was shocked. Number three, it was the lack of public display of love. You see, in Cuba, people are kiss, people are hug, people are make out, people are fill up one another in a public. People sometimes even in a public. And most time did I have to find myself holding back when I was in public with my husband. And every time, like if I kissed him or anything, I just felt like everybody was like, what are you doing? Get a room. You know, it was very uncomfortable. And 21 years later, after practicing that, I have found after visiting Colombia and Brazil, which are places where people do that, just like in Cuba, I feel like, boy, me really miss out in hug and kisses. Number four, Jamaicans bathe a morning time. In Cuba, nobody no do that. I am not saying it's because we are nasty people, but because we don't really have the resources, we don't have the water, we don't have soap. We bathe 2 times for the day. So in a Cuba, it's normal for a man to wake up a morning time, wash his face, and a woman wake up a morning time and she wash her face and she wash her and go about them business. Number five, and this was one of the biggest adjustments I had to make. And it was wearing a brassiere and just changing my general way of dressing. Jamaicans' way of dressing, Jamaicans' style is impeccable. I have been to many different countries and I have never seen anybody who dresses as well as a Jamaican does. And I am so glad and thankful that I adopted that type of that part of the culture because my IG name is Cubana that style thanks to Jamaica. I literally went to Jamaica without a brassiere. I never did wear one to begin with. One of the first type of shopping that my mother-in-law took me to was to buy underwear. She's like, do you want to go shopping? I said, I couldn't even say yes. And she's like, let's just go buy some brassieres. My to them never did long. I was 20 years old, okay? And another thing was adjusting to the way that you dress to go to work. You see, when a Jamaican dress to go to work, it come like them a go out somebody wedding, you know, everybody dress up. It dress up with so much taste and meticulously. I had to adjust that because in Cuba, you just wear your shorts and slippers to go at work. No matter what your line of work is, nobody know a dress up figure at work. So I had to take time to learn that part of Jamaican culture, and it was an absolute shock to see that somebody who works in a very regular industry, meaning like this person is not a lawyer or a doctor, that they dress up dress up to the T. So these are the five shockers that I lived when I moved to Jamaica back in 2003. I'm a metal Uno get thanks for what Uno have, because some people like Cubans don't have it like you do. Thank you so much.
So guys, hope we've all watched that full video, and it's so awesome, so amazing that the first lady in that video from Cuba, she states 5 things that made her fall in love with Jamaica. Remember, she says she has been in Jamaica for the last 21 years. And whatever she's finding there is something different compared to Cuba. First of all, she says Jamaica are welcoming. Yeah, that's true. Jamaica are so welcoming, and the hospitality she find in Jamaica, it is just something she has never experienced back in the Cuba. The second thing, she talks about the food. You know, when it comes to food, it is all about your what you want to eat. We have the street food, and you can find food either in the cheapest restaurant or in the five-star restaurant. But at the same time, the food is so favorable and it is not harmful for human consumption. So, you see, this lady has got praises to Jamaica. Another thing she says is that the public transportation, you know, for someone to be in a place, he either needs to own his or her own car, or prefer to use the public transportation. She says, back in Cuba, you are supposed to wake up very early and wait for a car. So you are all about raising your hand until you find a car. But in Jamaica, she finds things different, that you have just to stand and wait for a taxi. And if you are earning more money, you can have your own. You can own your vehicle. So you see, the life back in Cuba and the life in Jamaica, Jamaica has already stolen this lady's heart. But it is not in a bad way, but it is in a good way, because she has all the praises to Jamaica. Another thing is that she said in Jamaica, when it comes to the Airbnbs, the Airbnbs are so cheap that someone can afford. And when it comes to entertainment, you get full entertainment. You don't want to miss the Jamaican live bands, and you don't want to miss the reggae session. As we all know, Jamaica has been the mother of reggae music. Another thing is that the dressing code and the Rastafarian colors. When it comes to Jamaica, let's start with their flag. Their flag is so attractive. The yellowish, whitish, and the blackish is so attractive to many people. That's why I told you several times that you find people, even in their cars, they have just printed a Jamaican flag on their windows, and others have printed them in their t-shirts. So the experience in Jamaica is so good because when you find peace somewhere, you make it a home. And in this point, the Arabs have found Jamaica has got peace. Another thing is that when you are in Jamaica, making friends is so easy. They are so friendly. When they welcome you, you've got a lot of friends. And these are friends that helps you. Another thing that she says, the friends that she found in Jamaica helped her speak English. And another thing is that there's something that makes the Arab to get attracted more to the Jamaican is that their language, the Patois language. Wow, the Patois language has become like globally, it has gone globally that everyone is now on the radar of speaking the Patois language. So Jamaica has just got a lot of praises that we can't just list them today and read them today. We will just keep on sharing the few that the people finds them. So as for these Arabs, they have said Jamaican is the place to be. So at this time, it has been the Arab and Jamaican connect. So big up to Jamaican and everyone in the Caribbean. So guys, thank you for watching, and that was all for now. Till next video. And to my returning viewers, thank you so much for always coming back and watching my video and subscribing. So that was all for now. Till next time, God bless. One love.